must arise this country. This country must arise. This country must arise. And that's the essence why we are not here to attack anybody. We are calling the father of the nation and not the father of respective state to Christ. We are no longer surviving. We are in the trouble time. Serious trouble time. Serious trouble. The father I'm working is a comfortable in my house. What about other children? What about other members of the family? There's no equity in Nigeria. There's nothing like equity. No justice, no fairness. We are treated like animals. Nigeria is now converted to a jungle. We are in a zone. We are not in a country. And that's why we're making this strong. Question it up.
Welcome to Updates with Precious. As usual, it is sweet ability to bring on the things and what they happen for inside Nigeria. So very quickly, make a lesson in on some things and we be so good to look today, because I shall say you dare sure, I shall say you dare aware, say the Take It Back movement, then schedule a protest to end bad governance, protest against hunger, protest against lack of free speech. Where be say this government they give the same pass, no free speech for Tinubu administration. So did they protest against free speech tomorrow morning from 7 a.m. Then they don't already talk how they go use gather for inside Lagos State for that protest. And their partners, them and network across other countries, them Abuja, Port Harcourt, Osun State, themselves don't ready to gather. But guess what? The police don't they talk, say, make them come out that protest they want to because of saying a bad idea. Sake of say, they say they get one police thing where they won't do the police remembrance something where they want to. Plus, including say in fact, say the timing they bad. And President Bola Ahmed Tinubu aid contours, say, what they talk about? The country know they that bad. Where is the hunger? Person when they receive 1,500 now is receiving a lot of money. Now waiting their talk. But make I run you through some headlines that we may not be able to touch all of them, but we'll just look at the headlines this evening. It's mischievous. Police warn against planned April 7 nationwide protest. And about the nationwide protest, the Take It Back movement don't accuse Nigerian government. Say they get plots to shut down network so that people no go fit get network to frustrate people. Because of reaching each other. You know, say when network they now so they go to send video, then go to send the activities, all those ones through network. But say they get plans, say these people they want shut down network. The Nigerian government through police want shut down network so that the protest will be successful. And then House Minority Whip Ali Issa don't embark on blackmail to silence Shawore, other critics amid harassment of Take It Back movement from Omar. That one said they'll go look at that matter. In fact, as it still get to do with I know go agree and some kind of things the way police they do. It is exclusive where they say security agents then plan to a coordinated early morning raid on Shite communities, El Zakzaki supporters' homes for inside Abuja. This according to sources. So if that one can't happen, how it go take B? And then Nigerian Secret Police DSS don't summon Oshun Take It Back movement organizing secretary over Monday protest. Say, why you want hold protest? Osun State, come here, DSS, oh, no hold up. Police say protest against cyber crime. The protest against Cybercrime Act say they mischievous, that they come and cancel. You know, it's a part of the thing where they also won't make them one protest because of the Cybercrime Act where say they won't implement. Now, Nigerian presidential election, I never see anybody will go feel remove Tinubu for office in 2027. Who talk this one of Tinubu aides, nine talk and say Tinubu standard gidiba like this, like Rock of Gibraltar. I know they move. One Nigeria weaponized against Igbos, Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB. Lawyer Ejima Konai talk this one. Say that these people them 9-1 Nigeria they weaponized against. $1 can buy you a meal in Nigeria, unlike in US. $1 no go fit buy you a food. So why are you saying that things are hard in Nigeria? Have you been to US? Have you tried to use $1 to buy food? 1,500 no fit, $1 no fit buy you food for US, but 1,500 go fit buy you food for Nigeria. And so Tinubu a talk. Now, stolen jewelry. NBA don't engage Patience Jonathan over AX workers, where they don't hold for the detention more than 6 years now. This matter still dey grand. Amnesty International don't slam Borno government as he detain teenager over social media post where he make. Where they criticize the governor, then detain that boy for a long time now. Amnesty don't say waiting happen. Tinubu's presidency says 1,500 daily is a lot of money for many Nigerians. I don't tell you that one before now, so that's what you take B now. Please don't urge Take It Back movement to shelve April 7 nationwide protest. Claim it's ill-timed. Deliberate attempt to tarnish Nigeria's image. Send a deliberate attempt to tarnish Nigeria image. We're good already. Sorry, already bad image, already good image. All right. Bayelsa High Court don't deny deliberate delay for inside the 6-year trial of Patience Jonathan's former domestic workers. Claim say no external influence. So nobody make them the delay. So for 6 years on a delay case, and nobody make on the delay. On the wine. Reps, Deputy Speaker, don't play killing for inside Plateau, demand arrest of gunmen. Now I remember say human beings there for Plateau, Abi. Now I remember. Now we see some people they act now, Abi. In fact, I even shocked me today. So I see Arewa Consultative Forum itself, they talk about how 74 lawmakers voted for emergency rule in Rivers. 74 lawmakers. 74 senators, how they take votes. Okay. All right, we'll talk about that one. ACF don't call on federal government to stop killings for inside Plateau State. And then Simon Lalong don't promise to collaborate in National Assembly to end killings for inside Plateau State. Simon Lalong, you may wonder why. Tinubu respect sovereignty, says Jimo Ibrahim. So, Tinubu, they respect the sovereignty of Nigeria. Where? A very law-abiding citizen. Odinkalo at Tedo Peter side don't slam police over Emira Sanusi invitation. And guess what? Emira don't have some. Sorry. Police don't pass us. Okay. Maya, you catch us. Okay. We need to invite you again. Don't worry. We'll not invite you again. Can you imagine that? Well, all these are more now we'll look into for Inside this small time. Maybe so we get joining me this evening for Inside the Show now, Prince Francis Chilaka. Prince Francis Chilaka, thank you so much as you join me for Inside the Studio. I appreciate you big time. Thank you very much. Good evening, sir, and welcome. I know here you mute yourself from your end, sir.
Yeah, I've done that. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so let's get started very quickly. Now, Nigerians plan to protest tomorrow against several things. One, na bad governance. Two, na hunger. Three, insecurity. Four, then talk say the Tinubu government they bully people to shut up. So anybody who won't talk, they go tell them shut up. They gag their mouth, they cover their mouth, and they no talk again. Four, they say this cyber act to use and kukuma shut up people. You know, say they get some laws and when they bring out now to use control this cyber security, be cyber act. So say this one to use shut up people so that people not go feel they give us information where they know say they not go give us for free mainstream media for social media again. All of this one are waiting make them want protest. And guess what? The police don't talk say no. This one I want protest. More gonna shift them because say the time may no they good at all. Now the report say the civil society organization, in fact, the protest according to the National Coordinator of Take It Back movement, Joan Sonya-Olu, they aimed at addressing issues surrounding the alleged misuse of the Cybercrime Act and declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State. Remember, say this Cybercrime Act now, any small thing where you do now, they don't tell you say you do cyberbullying. Any small thing where you talk against any power must be now, they don't tell you say, oh, come here. The police has thereby arrested you for cyberbullying. They charge you for cyberbullying. Be like saying that to charge person for cyberbullying now in the rain now. However, the Nigerian police, when inside a statement to the issue today, and the first public relations officer, Lumiyewa Adejobi, published he advised the organizers, when they forget about that thing, when they shelve this planned protest, say it gets bad timing, and say they mischievous. For those who don't understand mischievous, that is say they joke, say they just deliberately they joke. Say they get one funny act, in fact, funny behind, in fact, funny ulterior motive. Now, Adejobi say the scheduled date had been earmarked by the federal government as the National Police Day to celebrate the resilience and dedication of officers and men of the Nigerian police force. Now, so that day they go celebrate their resilience by also resilienting and upholding the rule of law by ensuring say them protect protesters. Now, whilst not against exercise of citizens' rights to peaceful protest or peaceful assembly and association in Nigeria is enshrined in the Constitution, the Nigerian police force is deeply concerned about the motive behind such protests, scheduled on the same day the contribution of the Nigerian police force to national security is to be celebrated. Now, putting into consideration that such glamorous event would bring together dignitaries from all spheres of life, both internationally and within the country, including foreign inspectors, inspectors general of police and diplomats. The Nigerian police was under the leadership of the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Adeolu Egbetokun, while reaffirming the commitment of the NPF to adequately carrying out its mandate in bottom line. All these ones wouldn't talk the same corner no drum saying there's a one that gets bad mind like this to go through this protest. As I speak to you, this same Take It Back movement don't talk. Say it be like say plan. In fact, they don't uncover plan by federal government or Tinubu administration through Nigerian police to shut down network. during tomorrow protest, so that the protesters go get frustrated when they don't feel communicate with each other because of bad network. If you remember, during the August protest and October protest, network glitch been there well too, and people been blame Nigerian government of that too. Now this one don't they happen again. Plus, including they said they don't they call their secretaries and all that for inside different states like Osun State, where they come DSS don't they invite them because of this protest. And remember, say one of the things that they want protest against now waiting now the lack of free speech for Nigeria. So what do they mean when police they almost nearly affirm what make people want protest? Prince Francis Chilakasa.
Precious.
Sir?
We have a weird and very funny police force. The police force that do not know their obligation to the Nigerian people. The police force that do not understand the Nigerian constitution. If you look at the constitutional human rights as contained in our constitution, I think this is section 40 or something like that. It says that protests and peaceful assembly are legal. They are legal. Every person, that's section 40 of the Nigerian constitution, 1999 constitution, as amended, says every person shall be entitled to assemble freely and associate with other persons, and in particular, he may form or belong to any political party, trade union, or other association for protection of interest. So when the police comes out and tells you that your protest is ill-timed, and I ask, when is the right time for us to embark on a protest in this country? It is a common knowledge to every Nigerian that the APC government in 2015 came to power via the powers of protest. This current president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was the champion of all the protests that was held to ensure that Jonathan was removed from office, or that Jonathan was voted out by the Nigerian people. So one begins to wonder why the same presidency is scared of protest. It simply means that, yes, they understand the power of protest. They understand the power of the people coming together. And so they are doing everything humanly possible to ensure that the people do not speak with one voice. This is not democracy. This is authoritarian. And we reject it in every form. Every right-thinking Nigeria should reject the plot of the Nigerian government via the Nigerian police, via the DSS, via other security agencies to stop a peaceful protest. And then for police to come and tell us that because they are celebrating Police Day tomorrow, let me even ask, where is it in the Constitution? Where does the Constitution give recognition to Police Day? What are the police celebrating? There are killings going on in Enugu State. There are killings going on in Imo State. There are killings going on in Delta State. There are killings going on in Ondo State. So where? Plateau State, Benue State. It's not like every part of Nigeria today is under the threat of people being killed. What has the police done about it? So for the police to come and say that people should not protest, it is ill time. First and foremost, it shows you that the police has taken sides. And the police are not supposed to do that. These police are meant to provide security for protesters and not to threaten protesters, people who are feeling the pains. Even the policemen that are wearing uniform, they are all equally feeling the pains of the current economic hardship. So they are pretending that they're not feeling it because they're wearing uniforms. But outside that uniform, we know what they say. We know how bitter they are. We know how they garnish their teeth in front of us, telling us how things have gotten worse, how they cannot survive, how they cannot feed their families. And then the same police will come up and tell you, you cannot protest. I mean, this is the height of, it's a height of insensitivity, it's a height of mockery. This federal government must realize that the people have a right to protest. It is their fundamental human right. They have a right to protest.
All right. So if we look at what has happened throughout this administration, from the beginning of this administration in terms of protest, the August protest, we saw how people were arrested, and through to September. In fact, you see the way they even blame them, say they carry what did they call them again? Russian flags and all of those issues and all that, especially the arrest of minors. People say they intended to put fear for people so that people don't go protest again. In fact, after that thing we happened for the August protest, at the time they come fix the October protest, morale come low. The turnover was low and people no can come out again. So this one again, understand is Nigerians don't see the game of this administration and how did it subtly gag and intimidate protesters. Do you think that Nigerians are still willing to come out to perhaps air their grievances or protest against within the things in their own protest?
Okay, just after the protest, I think it's the August protest, that minors were arrested and all of that, and catched for treasonable felony and all of that. The whole idea was that time after that protest, your president gave a speech. Your president said that I have heard your cries, I have heard your pains. I will address them. And I can also remember that it's in the heat of that the president now said they were going to have a youth confab, which I hear that a planning committee has been put in place. But then the president said he wants the youth to open talk to him. He wants to hear from the youth. And as you know, there's a what they call 30 days challenge by the youths going on, which is also an avenue for the youth to vent their anger, to talk to Mr. President. Well, a lot of them are being harassed. A lot of them have been arrested. So you find out that this is a government that speaks from two sides of the mouth. In one breath, you get people to speak up. In another breath, you are holding people down for speaking out. So where do we start? I'll tell you, Nigerians have waited for too long. Nigerians have waited for too long to be able to see how this government can redeem its image. But from the look of things, this government has no plans of redeeming its image. This government has no plans for the future of the Nigerian people. Because each time the president talks, he talks in the futuristic. He says, whatever I'm doing now is for the children unborn, yet unborn. The children yet unborn, some of them, their parents never married. Some of them, their parents are not even dating. So you are talking of a situation you are not sure of. It's like the GO of the GO of Redeem saying they want to start holding their council meeting in the moon. And you ask question, where are they going to raise it? Yes.
I want to talk about where
are they going to? We have not finished. You have not finished talking to people on earth.
Now, but now God tell them. See that one.
That would be careful how they use God. See, Precious, don't let me and you for this night. Make would they get very careful. How would they get careful how they use God's name? If God, as God, they show on signs. Why God never show where all these bandits they hide? All these terrorists that are killing people in this country. Why is it that God has not shown the men of God where they are? So that the men of God will tell the policemen how to go and arrest them. So it is only what benefits them as men of God. When they want to buy a plane, when they want to ride the limousine, that is when God talks to them. But God does not talk to them when the Nigerian people are suffering. When those who come to their churches at the end of the day cannot get transport to go home. God does not talk to them. So leave that aside. But the point I'm trying to make is that this government should not do anything to truncate the constitutional right of Nigerians. Everything this government is doing is meant to hold the Nigerian people down. We reject it in totality.
All right, so some of the accusations where these people, organizers of the protest, don't make now, they say they notice the Nigerian government, they plan to shut down internet tomorrow or network generally so that it go frustrate the protest, so that they no go communicate with each other and all that. Do you see the Nigerian government sabotaging network for the entire country just so that protest against the government or protests against what people believe no go take place?
You know that the Nigerian government can do that. After all, it is also in Nigeria that you find people protesting against protesters. You find people that are hungry, fighting other people that are hungry for fighting the people that are supposed to feed them.
Hunger.
So you just find out that no matter what we say in this country, and that's why I keep saying it, that the Nigerian people are not ready. The hunger, the frustration, the depression we talk about, it has not really gotten into the Nigerian people. When it gets into the Nigerian people, we know the right things to do, but it's still on the surface. So people are not feeling hunger. When people feel hungry, you know, to the point that they cannot eat for 2 days, 3 days, they have not seen anything to eat, you will understand what it means to be hungry. But it's also very shameful that the government is using every means at its disposal to try to shut the people up. You cannot shut the people up, no matter how you try. The Nigerian people are not robots, as some people want us to believe. No. We still have people of intellect, we still have people who have common sense, we still have people who believe in this country. And so when people want to protest, they're not protesting because they hate the country or because they hate the government. No. They are protesting to let you understand that there are policies this government has put in place that is not beneficial to the Nigerian people. And it's very important for the government to listen. But unfortunately, we now have a government that does not listen. We have a government that believes in brute force, so to say. They must force you to align with what they want. They must force you to say what they want you to say. It looks as if Nigeria has been captured. Or that is the impression the government wants to give.
Now, talking about capturing, now, one of the reasons we make the organizers of this protest, they organize a protest, the Take It Back movement, then say behind every prosecution under the Cybercrime Act is a story of fear, silencing, and injustice. Do you believe that?
You know, this whole thing about this cybercrime, I think what government really wants to do is to stop things like you're doing, YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp. That's the whole idea. So now Nigeria has become a country where if I wake up from sleep tomorrow and I go on air and I say, Precious is using her YouTube to deceive Nigerians. Precious will not go, no, she will not sue me. She goes to the police, report me to the police. The police will gather 5 trucks filled with men, come and carry me and go and lock me up. And that is what this government is doing. And that is the impunity that government is encouraging. And that is why today you see that there are too many cases of defamation going on. In the real sense, nobody's been defamed. But just because government has created that excuse and people are taking advantage of it. So nobody wants to talk. They don't want you to talk. They don't want you to express yourself. Whatever you have to say, they want you to die inside of you. But you can see, there's a limit to which you can push people to the wall. No matter how strong you are, the moment you keep pushing somebody to the and the person gets to the wall, the next thing is for the person to react. And as it is today, slightly Nigerians are beginning to react because that hunger is gradually is about 3% setting in. So people don't want the hunger to get, yes, people don't want the hunger to get to 10% or 20%. It's 5% setting in. I'm telling you the truth. Because if the hunger is the way we talk about it, and the things some of us see, you won't believe it that these days, reading my email and my WhatsApp messages, I get scared. Because most of the time you open some messages, it's all about making requests at you.
Yes, requests and appeals.
So if that is happening to us, that we are not civil servants, we're not political appointees, we're not in government, then what do you think other people are going through? And these days, it's not that Nigerians are asking you for even money. A lot of Nigerians are not asking you for money. A lot of Nigerians would rather tell you, please, can you buy me a loaf of bread? Can you buy me food for my children to eat? So that's why I said, so the hunger is still doing press up. When it go finish that press up, government would understand that no matter the laws on the cyber law, whatever, they cannot hold the people down for too long.
Okay, so one of the things where they protest against, apart from the hunger and the fact say no free speech for inside Nigeria. Secondly, they protest about the insecurity issues and for inside Nigeria and all of those. You think say these things are a valid point for them to distort the society right now? Because I'm waiting police.
They're not disturbing. No, they're not disturbing the society. Precious. The rate at which people are being killed in this country, the rate of kidnapping is enough for everybody to be on the street. Nobody is safe in this country anymore. Nobody. I mean, let us forget all the fact that some of us who are in Lagos is not like other states. But we know that outside Lagos, what is happening? Ogun State that is here. Or the Ogun State that is just a stone throw from Lagos. We know the number of kidnappings going on. We know the number of killings. From Ogun State, you're talking of Shutdown. You're talking of Osun State. You're talking of Ondo State. And then you talk of Edo State. Then you now move to Delta State. Then you now move to Anambra State. I'm not even talking about the North that has welcomed it and embraced it and, masturbating with it. I'm talking about other states. This is alien to Nigerians. The rate at which people are being killed and kidnapped is alien to us. Nightlife in Nigeria has gone, even in Lagos. So the rate at which these things are happening is alien to Nigerians, and that is why Nigerians are speaking up. Nigerians are saying, look, you need to do something about the insecurity in the land. There is no day you wake up from sleep that you don't get report of either a village is being attacked, either people are being arrested, either somebody is killing somebody, either somebody is committing suicide. I mean, this whole thing is affecting the mental health of every Nigerian. And we must say things the way they are. There is no need for us to cover it up or to paint it, in such a way that it looks nice. No, the truth is that the insecurity in the land is alarming. And it doesn't look like government has a solution to it. It looks like the government is completely confused and paralyzed and do not know what to do. And this is not this is not a vow they took when they took out of office. They took a vow to protect the lives. So for me, I would say maybe what the DSS DG said is actually what should happen. Maybe everybody should start carrying arms. But we know the resultant effect of that. It means that anybody with anger issue can wake up and start shooting people.
Okay, so I was going to play the footage of that DSSDG saying that, but I'm sure we'll always come back to it because there's always an insecurity conversation that would have to, jump on so that would get to hear him say that extensively, the way he said it from his mouth, not reading text. But still speaking about insecurity and oath to take care of properties and citizens of Nigeria, security agents are planning, in fact, there's been this scoop, but this is exclusive, that security agencies are planning coordinated attacks on the homes and properties of followers of Ibrahim El-Zakzaky, leader of the Islamic movement in Nigeria, IMN. Now, you'd recall that just the other day, last 2 weeks, there was an attack on the supporters when they were conducting a rally in support of what do they call this country now, right? So, and
Iran.
police, not Iran, no,
Palestine.
Pakistan. So Palestine, so they shot at them and all that, and they were complaining. Now, sources are revealing that the operation that is scheduled to take place around 2 a.m. that very early this morning, early morning of this midnight, early morning on Monday in Abuja and surrounding areas, including Maraba. According to insiders, security agents have been advised or have advised relatives to avoid locations associated with Shiites in Abuja. But why would they want to conduct a raid on Shiites believers, as it were? Now, in fact, according to sources, they say this is planned, and this is a planned attack by security agents on residences and facilities of El-Zakzaky's followers in Maitama, Asokoro, Garaki, Airport Road, Maraba, etc. They said Monday 2 a.m. Now, this development follows a violent incident on March 28, 2025, during which at least 5 IMN members were reportedly killed and many others injured in an attack by the Nigerian army on the pro-Palestine occasion procession in Abuja. So why do you think that the Nigerian police would want to come back again to their houses, raid them, and perhaps suppress them for that? Why would that happen?
Well, you know, when it comes to this shite movement and the Nigerian government, one does not understand what they are looking for. I keep asking myself.
Remember the battle we had
I keep
with
asking
Buhari,
myself, are these
and how
people,
long he stayed in?
yes, this so-called shite movement, are they really Nigerians or are they foreigners? Because if they are Nigerians, let us be very honest with ourselves. I don't understand why they would want to start protesting for the state of Palestine. They did that before, I think, for Iran, when Buhari was in power. So it appears that they are being more Catholic than the Pope. Because what is playing out is like saying that tomorrow the Catholic Church in Nigeria will tell their members to begin to protest because of what is going on in Israel. I mean, so why would they take up, another man's cross and turn it into their own cross? For me, it is a no-no. For me, whatever protest they embarked on was complete misguided. But for the police or the army to now begin to go to their houses to fish for them and all of that, that too is not acceptable. Because how are you sure that those people in their houses are the ones who came out to protest? So I think to a large extent, the Nigerian police need to be careful in how they deal with the people. And that's why I keep saying that it is time we remove force from the Nigerian police, and we just call it the Nigerian police without saying the Nigerian police force. Because that word force keeps making them act as if there is more to it. So for me, whatever they're doing, going from house to house, well, this is what we have experienced in the Southeast. Where, when after the military went on python dance, snake dance, antelope dance, and all of that, but they still went on looking for young people. It's like what has played it in the Southeast is like chasing away all the youths and leaving the old and aged so that these terrorists or bandits can have access to do what they want to do. So consistently, the police are fond of, and the army and security agencies, they are fond of going for young boys, young youths. And I don't know why. And most of them, when they get arrested, quite a number of them don't come back. As you talk now, you know that there are some people, young boys who were arrested from the Southeast and labeled IPOP and taken as far as Maiduguri prison, and they're still there. So it is something that everybody in Nigeria must speak out against. This idea of going from house to house to pick up people, just as they're doing in Edo right now, it is totally unacceptable.
All right. So speaking about the protest and hunger, the presidency, I would rather say, don't come out, can't talk about the matter. And it is very interesting, waiting in talk. And if they good, they could pay attention to waiting the presidency through one of the special advisors to the president. Because now then be the people they put them out for talk for president. Maybe now then they advise them on how Nigeria really did. Now, President Bola met special advisor for inside the economic affairs, so Mr. Dr. Tokpe Paswa. He don't defend the value of the naira locally, despite its weakness against the dollar. Now, in talk, say the $1 where you get today will be equivalent of 1,500 naira for naira. Say it go fee still buy one complete meal for you for Nigeria. That means if you carry 1,500 naira, go restaurants, go chop belly food, one meal belly food. But say if you carry $1, go any restaurant for abroad. For you say you no go fit buy food with that $1 for abroad. So say that one, it come me say the Nigerian naira, though it dey weak against the dollar, but say it achieve more thing in naira, even with that value we get as naira than if than waiting the dollar go fit achieve for the country where gets the dollar. Now waiting the talk. In fact, I think talk this one for interview when get with Kimberly in one mic. In talk, say many Nigerians don't understand between multidimensional poverty be. If you talk your own finish, I go try explain to Nigerians what you mean. Then before you talk, because I don't want to make Nigerians they misled or misunderstand, made them misunderstand the concept of multidimensional poverty. So you say the term, say some people don't understand the meaning of multidimensional poverty. In fact, say they think multidimensional poverty is worse than food poverty. That they think multidimensional poverty is worse than food poverty. What multidimensional means is that maybe the school that your children are attending is far from where you are, or the hospital and the categories and the hospital where you fit attend to they far from where you did. They make they categorize you as multidimensional. Now, he argued that while the naira may appear weak when compared to the dollar, its purchasing power remains strong in local context. They say $1 is 1,500. It's a lot of money for many people in Nigeria. 1,000 won't buy you, $10 won't buy you lunch anywhere in the US. Sometimes you need at least $20. That is equivalent of 30,000 naira to buy food for US, right? Now, offering examples from everyday life. First one, say, I will tell you that you can do with what you can do with $5, that is 7,500 naira, if you are not going to eat in some highbrow place. In Guarimpa, there are some people that sell bully and fish, and you will eat 1,500 and you go bellyful well. Now, what do you mean they try to explain for multidimensional poverty? Multidimensional poverty means, say, when I get poverty of different kind, different level. Poverty of lack of nutrition. Now, poverty, that is, you they chop food, but the food where you they eat no get balanced nutritional diet according to statutory dietitians dietitianary need where your body supposed to get. That is, then they give you balanced diet. That one now poverty of food or lack of nutrition. If you no fit access hospital or hospital no there around you, that one now poverty of healthcare. If the hospital come kukuma far, in fact, if the hospital day but they no get good healthcare, they no fit give you good healthcare, that one say follow for that poverty. Then if you also get poverty of cooking gas, for instance, now instead of for you to use gas, you can't use maybe firewood or stuff like that, we will finally affect our ozone layer and all that. That one set poverty on its own. You get poverty of school where no they around you, that one poverty. Now, is it trying to play down on the fact that Nigerians are not multidimensionally poor? Because if you look at schools, I can beat my chest to say to you, not be in Ebonyi State where they talked the other day. The only primary school where they get for Ebonyi State, no get for one community, one particular community of Ebonyi State, no get roof, no get chairs. You understand? Those same people are maybe certain that they don't have any healthcare center around them at all. So if anything happened to them, God forbid, and any means of transportation no there to carry them go, they don't quite be that one. Remember, say poverty of transportation is still there. So is it trying to downplay the fact that poverty of lack of food is worse than multidimensional poverty? Multidimensional poverty in terms of lack of healthcare, access to education and all that, you know, if it kill you faster than lack of food. I would like make I understand it. And then this example where you make between naira and dollar, no vex. What's be the average purchasing power of an American? No matter how poor an American day, no matter the work when they do, the person they sure say food when go eat go day because government go take care of them. If they sure say in the work. But how many people when Nigerian government fee cater for with our resources we will give them to manage as then they do? If you sick right now for abroad, no matter the accident where you get where you sick, they fit treat you finish before they put that down for you for your death where you go pay. But Nigeria, somebody wife just died because he no fit deposit 500,000 naira. So does it mean that Nigeria is not better than abroad? The way we use interpreter, I feel like me put my the talk so that Nigerians can understand. Because if they make it look like say Nigerians really not get any reason to protest because things no they as bad as it is for other countries. Maybe not them not just understand say no they that bad.
You want me to talk?
I talk now.
Dr. Fashua, with due respect to him, is a disgrace to himself. It's a disgrace to all of us who worked together with him under ANRP. Yes, we worked in we belong to the same party, where he was the chairman of the party and clandestinely made himself the sole presidential candidate of that party. And that was what saw to the demise of ANRP. So I'm disappointed. I thought Fashua had something upstairs.
I'm not tell you another thing where you talk. He also come talk, say he never see anybody who will beat Tinubu.
Yes, I know. I thought Fashua was a man of honor and proven integrity. But it is obvious to us, those of us who worked with him, those of us who believed in him, it is obvious to us that Dr. Fashua is just a bigot. Number one, he's a very tribalistic person. Number two, he's a man who does not stand by his words. He cannot be trusted. I say it with all sense of responsibility. Dr. Fashua cannot be trusted. Because if today Dr. Fashua can open his mouth, the same mouth with which he criticized Buhari's government, the same mouth with which he campaigned to be president of this country, and he didn't even win. I'm not even sure he got one vote, because we, the party members, were not happy with the way he became the presidential candidate. So if Dr. Fashua can open his mouth now and begin to speak down on Nigerians, it tells you the kind of people we have as politicians in this country. Most of our politicians, they have no sense of honor. They have no integrity. They are all classless. A lot of them are very, very classless. And then Dr. Fashua, who is a renowned banker, somebody who has been known in the financial world, to come out and begin to try to, put Nigeria and American dollar together, side by side, is a total disgrace as an economist, which he claims to be. First of all, you should ask yourself a question. What is the purchasing power of an American compared to the purchasing power of a Nigerian? In America, you are paid per hour. So if you work, some people are paid between $10, $15, $20, depending on what kind of job you're doing. And it is per hour. And you bring it down to a country where people are paid minimum wage of 70,000 naira every month. Please, when you divide 70,000 naira every month by 30 or 20-something working days, how much does it give you? So you're talking of a country where in Nigeria today, what can you buy with 1,500? Mention one restaurant that you can walk into and be able to get a decent meal for 1,500. How much is a loaf of bread? So why is it that when people like this, when people get into something that looks like power, they begin to misyan, they begin to talk as if they are no longer part of this country? I feel so pained that he would also open his mouth and tell you that there is nobody that can compete against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In other words, what we said in the party then, that he was a stooge planted by the APC, has become very obvious. It has become very obvious. And I can assure you, the likes of Dr. Fashua cannot win a councillorship from their state. Let him go and try and contest to become a councillor. It is really, really annoying when people you look up to, when people you see as people who have, who have a semblance of integrity, people who give you the impression that they have something to offer the country. So I'm beginning to imagine in my head what kind of president or what kind of presidency would the like of Dr. Fashua have given to Nigerians. It probably would have been worse than even Buhari.
All right, but this
all this comparison, things are not working in this country. As to the president, you should be able to look the president in the eye and tell the president, things are not working. Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are going through pains. Nigerians cannot access medical health. They cannot access good education. The roads are not functional. Insecurity is on the highest. And then you're busy making comparison of telling us the value of dollar to naira. Is it not a shameful man? You should go and hide his face in shame. Honestly,
but then making this kind of statement at the wake of when Nigeria, at the time when Nigerians won't protest about the hardship for the country, what did it really mean? Now it they aimed at calming down Nigerians so that maybe they know say things no did that bad for inside Nigeria the way they think say it did, because other countries said
what it's simply doing is gaslighting Nigerians. And that is what this government has been continuously doing to Nigerians. They gaslight you, they abuse you, they harass you. They go and see, this government has been raping Nigerians with impunity. It is the same way they have been shutting down Natasha Kpoti. That is how they want to shut down Nigerians who want to protest. Somebody comes out and tell you, look, there are things that you're doing that I don't like. And rather than listen to that person, rather than find solution, you now begin to devise a means to shut the person down. You devise a means to make the person look stupid and look inferior. So suddenly, Dr. Fashua, you have become an aide to Mr. President, and you have forgotten the suffering of Nigerians. You have forgotten people you brought out of where they were earning their livings into your failed political party. And since you became a presidential aide, what have you done to all those you brought out that abandoned their livelihoods to follow your fake and stupid political party?
Anyway,
it is time we begin to tell these people the truth.
All right, sir. So I would like make you really look at the matter, and this what make me remember this matter again. Now, waiting the special counsel to Nnamdi Kanu talk, Aloy Jimako, today will be Sunday. He's saying Nigeria's unity has been weaponized against Biafra agitators. Now, Ejimako argued that this weaponization occurred because Kanu and IPOB questioned the viability of one Nigeria. Now, posting on his X, Ejimako pointed out that the concept of one Nigeria was weaponized against the Igbo people in 1967. Now, he wrote, in 1967, Nigeria's unity was weaponized to the point of levying genocide against the Igbo, and it is presently weaponized against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB for daring to question the viability of one Nigeria. Remember, say Kanu, they currently detained for inside the DSS custody. So now, what's it make me they ask you this question? Now, because they did one video where one elder statesman talk this thing before. He say, as a matter of fact, say Nigeria no go feel work again. Say Nigeria don't pass time where be say he go talk. And him a very respectable man. So when you see person like that, we be say now renowned journalists back in the days, we don't lead a major media firm talk this kind of thing. Make we just listen to them. So is this something that Nigerians should worry about? Or is this something that the Nigerian government supposed to consider and say, make we even talk about them? Have been not true? If not true, which role will Igbo leaders in the play to make sure, say, they handle this matter? Well, we could watch that interview.
So you think Nigeria, as presently constituted, will not work?
I've said that a million times. It will never work. We just keep on postponing the evil days. I mean, we've seen that it's not working. It can never work.
Is it not working?
Of course, it's not working. I mean, look at the people. Look at graduates selling plantain chips all over the place. Look at people, graduates carrying children on their back and holding children on their hand, still roaming, going about on Ikiri Road and all that. See poverty-stricken people in Port Harcourt. See them in Nubi. See them in Nasarawa. See them in Zamfara.
But you still find them in poor countries like Niger, Chad. These are countries that you can say are monocultural.
But they're not working. No. No, it's not. The fact that it's so is not because because Nigeria is not working. It's not because it's not monocultural. It's more than that. We're just unfortunate that when the colonial masters left, the people took over. Excuse those who ran for just 5 years. Those who followed them after 5 years, they continue to mess up the country, and they behave worse than the British colonial masters.
Why are you exempting the first 5 years?
Okay, so now I'd like to take your reaction based on all of this. What will be your reaction to this conversation?
I have always said that those who keep saying that the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable They're not doing it because they are patriotic. They're not saying it because of patriotism. They are saying it because of their greed and selfishness.
But the constitution don't make room for a referendum. So constitution that
is where your National Assembly should wake up from their slumber and understand that it is their right to amend the constitution to allow for referendum. If you check the history and documentation of how Nigeria has come into existence, it means that at 100 years, Nigeria has expired. It's not me that is saying it. It is the verifiable documents at the disposal of everybody. So if we are saying that something has expired, and if you're saying that you're married to a woman, for instance, and you say that after 10 years of marriage, that the marriage expires at the 10th year. What it means that at the end of the 10th year, the two of you need to sit back and renegotiate the marriage and see if you want to continue or not. It's very, very important. So I believe that it is high time we all sit down, the various ethnic groups in Nigeria, sit down and discuss. Do we want to continue with one Nigeria? As of today, this one Nigeria has no security. This one Nigeria has no good medical care. This one Nigeria has no plan for the future of the youths. This one Nigeria has denied the people development. The only thing this one Nigeria has succeeded in doing is to create more people, push more people into poverty, remove the middle class, and create few rich people. Is that the kind of Nigeria we all aspire for? Is that the kind of Nigeria we look up to and say, yes, we beat our chest and say, this is the Nigeria we want to belong to? No. So the time to sit back and renegotiate how we will live as one, togetherness. If we want to be one, to live together as Nigeria, this is the time to look at it. It can never be too late. If the Fulanis, for instance, the headers, as they call them, are going about from village to village, from town to town, from state to state, killing, maiming, chasing people away from their ancestral homes and taking over those ancestral homes, is that not enough for us to say it is time to renegotiate Nigeria? Check how many people are in IDP camps. Why have they not gone back to their ancestral homes? The reason why government has not been able to send them back is because their ancestral homes have been run over. They've been taken over. And in the face of that, the government is acting as if they are helpless. So when you have situations like this, is it not enough for us to say, let us as a people, let us as human beings sit down and ask ourselves that critical question. Do we want to continue to exist as Nigeria, or do we want to go our separate ways? It is the injustice that has been meted out to the Southeast over time. And the labeling of the 1966 coup as the Igbo coup, which has also rubbished the Igbo people. And that's why the Igbo people are where they are today. And the likes of Nnamdi Kanu, like I keep saying, Biafra is an ideology. You cannot take it away. Today we're talking about Nnamdi Kanu. Before Nnamdi Kanu, we had people who were advocating for Biafra. So it depends on who takes up the struggle and the mindset of the person taking up the struggle. So we must sit back as a people who are committed. If we are committed to stay together as one, we need to sit down and renegotiate how we stay together as one. If the conditions of the negotiations don't work out, we go separate ways. That is why in marriage, divorce is allowed. Couples are free to divorce themselves. The couples are free to separate. The moment they find out that they can no longer live together. And then, they put a clause that they call it irreconcilable differences. So because if you don't have that kind of clause, what will happen is that husbands will continue to kill their wives will continue to kill their husbands, And the vicious cycle will continue. So there's that escape route to say, I am fed up of this marriage. I want a break. And so Nigeria at 2, we must be able to have that included in our constitution. That's why I keep saying, it is time we look into that constitution and change it. It's an obnoxious document that needs to be changed. We cannot tie ourselves to a document that is not leading to progress. We're not progressing with that document. So anybody saying that Nigeria is not negotiable and all of that is just hogwash. The person does not understand the reality of what is happening today. The reality of what is happening today is that Nigeria has become a cracked pot. Seriously cracked. And the contents are slipping out.
So now, speaking about insecurity. All right. Speaking about insecurity for the country, say Plateau State killing, the thing is still the touch body where Solomon Lalong don't talk, saying go ready to work with National Assembly to help to make sure, the killing for Plateau State stop. But yeah, excited to let you know that even the Deputy Speaker, Benjamin Kanu, your brother, don't condemn the killing. And Arewa Consultative Forum, it don't talk, say, then condemn this killing. Well, so we don't wait for when them two then go talk, because people don't they talk, say, why on always a day quiet, why on a day quiet? But now they have spoken about it. As a matter of fact, they speak so boldly and then call on federal government to stop the killings sharp for inside Plateau State. How you take to this one? Hello, sir.
So I didn't get you. Your network is really bad. But then I think I heard some of the things you talked about. You talked about the killings in Plateau State.
Yes, I talk. Say Arewa Consultative Forum don't finally talk, condemn the killing.
This is where
tell federal government to stop.
This is where we keep saying that government has been hypocritical. Government has not been sincere in her actions and in her words. This government talks too much without doing anything, doing little and talking too much. The killings in Jos, in Benue, is not today started. And the people have been complaining and screaming, even in Edo State, as we know. The raping of women, the killing of women, the chasing away of people from their ancestral homes, it didn't start today. But then we pretend so much. We pretended we don't hear. We didn't know. And like I keep saying, on the 27th of March, people were killed in Jos. It didn't make the headlines. Because we say, whatever the media calls the news is what the news is. So it didn't make the headlines. But then sadly, and unfortunately, the killing of people in Uromi made headlines. And everybody jumped in on it. Even those who have nothing to say started talking. And I keep saying, let us stop this whole idea of peace of the graveyard. It doesn't help anybody. If we want peace to reign, we must look at justice. We must look at equity. It is very, very important. You cannot talk of peace when there is no peace, when the elements and the instrument of peace are not available. Now, suddenly, Mr. President is talking about the killings in Jos and saying, oh, we're going to take action. We're going to arrest people. Where have this government been all this while? The one that happened in Enugu, where the women came out and said they went to protest and they sent police and soldiers after them. What has the federal government done about it? So it is one thing to give a marching order to say what you want to say, but it's another thing to follow that you have said to a logic conclusion, to ensure that, oh, okay, these people have been complaining. Let us look into it. See, I can tell you this for free, Precious. If when the people in Edo State were complaining to their governor, to everybody, about the way they were being kidnapped and raped and all of that, I am telling you, these 14 or 16 people that were lynched would not have taken place.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, the families of the lynched hunters, don't they talk, say they go retaliate, say they plan to enter inside Awuchi secretly to go massacre people, to retaliate their brothers' death. Now waiting happen.
Well, let me tell you the truth. Precious, nobody has monopoly of madness. Nobody has monopoly of madness in this country.
They go raid, no be Awuchi, Uromi. Say they go raid Uromi secretly to collect.
See, as a day now, like they know, say every part of this country, with what the DSS DG has said, people are beginning to, understand that they need to arm themselves, they need to protect themselves.
They don't give
and I keep asking one question, and the question I keep asking is that in what area, who can identify those people as hunters in Rivers State? Where were they hunting? What were they hunting in Rivers? What were they hunting in Rivers State? So if you're saying that they are hunters are carrying guns, carrying sophisticated weapons, what are they hunting? In what part of Rivers have they been hunting? Why are we not asking critical questions in this country? And why is it that all of a sudden, everybody in the north, every right-thinking person in the north suddenly have become an activist? So nobody wants to call them terrorists. Nobody wants to, they want to call them hunters. When did we start having hunters moving from one state to another in Nigeria?
It's saying a profiling of the people of Fulani because not the only people of Fulani they commit offenses.
No, but see, the truth is that my Fulani brothers, let me tell them the truth. Maybe they don't like the truth. My Fulani brothers have been the ones profiling themselves. Yes. They have not, their leaders have not been able to come out publicly to denounce them. They have not. They have rather been encouraging it. So if they have come out before now to condemn the activities of these headers, and by saying, oh, okay, because of the clash going on between farmers and headers and people that own ancestral homes, let us stop this whole thing of open grazing. Do you think these things will continue to happen? How can you, in the 21st century, you're having open grazing? You see videos of people carrying their cows into farmlands that people have spent money, spent resources, spent energy, spent time farming, and then you bring cows to come and destroy it, and everybody keeps quiet, and everybody feels that there's nothing wrong with it. There's a lot wrong with it. Unfortunately, the government have not come to the senses of realizing that it is a threat to life, and that they need to do something about it. They need to do something about it. Let us stop cutting things, cutting things in Nigeria. Let us be able to tell ourselves the gospel truth. Nobody has profiled the headsmen or the Fulani headsmen or the Fulanis than themselves. They are the ones profiling themselves. They are the ones giving themselves bad image by the things that their cohorts are doing, and they're not condemning it openly.
All right, thank you.
And I will say that the Igbos are always selling out their own people. The Igbo man, if you go and steal and the Igbo man knows you're a thief, he will be the one to go and report you. He will come out openly to condemn you. How many people from the north, how many Fulani people have come out openly before now to come and condemn the nefarious activities of this Fulani headsmen?
All right, thank you so much, Prince Francis Chilaka. Make a quickly remind Nigerians who just watch us for the first time. This is the first time of watching us, so you don't watch before and you never subscribe. Come on now. Subscription no go cost you money now. Try subscribe now. Follow us like a village people now. Click on the subscription button. Click on the notification button so that you go know whenever we go live. Subscribe, follow us so that we go grow this community. Before continue the tell on to read them as it hot for inside Nigeria. All right, and then also like this post if you think say the conversation is something will interest you. Or you like them now, like the post so that the post go fit go. If you carry them, also share them among people with around you so that they go fit the watch them. So Prince Francis Chilaka, before I let you go, tomorrow's protest, based on this message, waiting be that name again, or I go remember in name, but NNPP chieftain. Based on this thing, when talk for this interview, where I go play now, you think say Nigerians don't suffer enough, or you think say we just deserve Tinubu government, and Tinubu government will deal with anybody we come out and nothing anybody could do about it? Listen to her.
People are hungry.
Let them die. It's their fault. Yeah, I'm supporting Tinubu 100%.
You're supporting Tinubu
100% to deal with Nigeria. There is nothing under the sun that I have not seen before this election. Nigerians decided to take Indomie, 200 naira, and voted for rocks across the country. So the BBC, Voice of America, they had requested to interview me, TRT. I said no. All the things I needed to say, I said them before the election.
People are hungry.
Let them die. It's their fault.
But it's the truth. It's the truth. There's nothing like Prince Francis. Yes. It's the truth. I've always been saying it. When the politician comes to you with a cup of rice, 2 tubers of onions, noodles, and all of that, and you collect it, 5,000 naira, what do you think you're doing? You're mortgaging your conscience. You're mortgaging your vote. You're mortgaging your future to them. So whatever Nigerians are seeing today, it's their fault. So Nigerians stand and say the hunger has not gotten to Nigerians. When the hunger gets to Nigerians, I am telling you, people will come out en masse to vote. People will vote candidates and not parties. People will vote men of honor and proven integrity. People will vote people with, that have something to show. So this idea of people collecting things, collecting money, collecting that, and voting the wrong person, that is where we are today. So I agree with Boubacar Adima, 100%. I totally agree with him. So Nigerians must be able to blame themselves for what they are going through. They shouldn't blame any other person. Nigerians should blame themselves. We should blame Nigerians. And I hope that Nigerians have learned.
Oh, I hope that
all this ranting, everybody's ranting all over the place, we will not go back to our vomit tomorrow.
Okay, so talking about going back to our vomit, now I'm here now a snippet of some of the protests that we happened for August last year. You think say Nigerians still they willing to give everything up and come out like this in their numbers to protest against Nigerian governments like this?
Number one.
This guy don't para like this. The guy just they talk anyhow. They yarn about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu saying be superstar and he can come off fuel subsidy. As he come off fuel subsidy, now the problem when don't create because of the fuel subsidy. Saying don't know how to handle the problem again because everywhere don't tight, everywhere don't choke, and say things now don't hard for everybody now. You know no single use do them again, and plus including say President Tinubu closed the border, make it can't open them because they as him in the year him be beggar and Tinubu no feel expect them for this in condition to come carry bread for head they hawk they sell because him na begging now they do and the people when they pass through that border now in the beg. So make you open that border so that him go fit continue in begging business. Now so the matter don't hard reach. People will understand your Bible will go understand listen the guy they talk about. And I think say this protest go fit hold like this. Nigerians they don't get enough really from Tinubu.
Take my bread, Gary, sorry me. Happy bread, happy rice. Sorry me. You got it in the bush. Go Jabilo, don't know what you know. On Robio Marche, but Lava, Tilembo is a monkey. Tilembo.
The nation, they track down here. What we are saying is that we are 64 in a 20-year-old body. We are 64 in 20-year-old body. Therefore, we are not moving as much as we are supposed to move. Some people said, when the government wants to say, they said government, Nigerians are progressing. Nigerians are progressing. What are we progressing? We still have pothole in Nigeria, in Lagos, mega city. We still have community in a giant country who is flooding and managing 4 hours electricity per day. How can you talk about progress in that area? Whenever they make policy that will line their pocket, they will say Nigeria is progressing. But for some of us that know what the masses are going through, we know we are not progressing. We are not moving at all. And that comes to say what the Bible talk about in Proverbs 29 verse 2. When the wicked rule, the people more. They might be celebrating in Abuja because they have everything free at our expense. But Nigerian people are not celebrating. They are money. And that shows, according to the Bible definition, the wicked are in power. And we know the only thing that they can understand is just for us to come out there and tell Nigerian people, we are not rejoicing, we are crying, we are shouting. Hunger pervaded the land. People no longer eat good food. People eat what they see, not what they want to eat. Because somebody somewhere claim Nigeria is poor. Nigeria does not have money. In the poorest of Nigeria, that person buy private jet of $2.5 billion. In the poorest of Nigeria, that person buy a car worth 950 billion naira for his own use. In the poorest of Nigeria, that same person, the president of this country, he earmarked 1.5 billion for his wife to buy another car. In the poorest of Nigeria, how poor Nigeria can be for one senator, for one house of rep to be driving a car worth 160 million naira. That is not a poor nation. It is the power, it is the leader that impoverished Nigeria. And we are saying, we said no to such moving forward.
All right, Prince Francis Chindaka. So you think say Nigerians go still get this energy? Why you this smile? I be want help us interpret to see that our Yoruba brother talk for Yoruba language.
No, I mean, you see, now the same that kind of person when they talk, Tinubu is a monkey. It is the same people who carried stick and clubs and were chasing people that they shouldn't vote because they don't want them to vote in this state. It is the same people that, I mean, I'm happy they're going through it. But these are the kind of people that were busy, harassing people and chasing people away from polling units. You see him talking today because he's not feeling the largesse. He's not getting anything from government. If tomorrow they come and give him 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, he will change. So for me, I keep saying, hunger has not gotten to Nigerians. Promise. When hunger sets in, people will know what to do. And people will do what they're supposed to do.
So you feel say the hunger where people they catch up on now never reach when they go come out like this with this anger. Make a play another video. Make it see people they really hungry and they vex. So make a play another one. Make it see people they vex.
Let's kill. They said they cannot wait any longer. Nigeria is dead. Nigeria is dead. We must arise this country. This country must arise. This country must arise. And that's the essence of it. We are not here to attack anybody. We are calling the father of the nation and not the father of respective states to rise. We are no longer surviving. We are in a troubled time. Serious troubled time. Serious trouble. The father I'm working is not comfortable in my house. What about other children? What about other members of the family? There's no equity in Nigeria. There's nothing like equity. No justice. No fairness. We are treated like animals. Nigeria is now converted to a jungle. We are in a zone. We are not in a country. And that's why we're making this strong, passionate appeal to all the respective government, from the presidency down to all the states, to all the National Assembly, to all the House of Assembly of Legislature. They must arise to this. We can no longer wait. Enough is enough of the process. Process, we all taught English. Thank you very much.
He has only come on the air to say trash. As far as I'm concerned, Tinubu has not said anything tangible that will make us, the Protestants, withdraw from our protest.
What are your agitations at the moment?
Okay, we expect him to at least bring down the fuel price, the standard of living. He should bring it down as usual so that the poor masses can also live life to their taste. Right now, I could tell you that even the rich masses in this country, they still have one or two ways that the economy has affected them. As you can see, I have my pot here, which symbolizes hunger. Hunger won't kill me, okay? Look my certificate, do look my this thing well, not be fake. I'm a graduate of Imo State University, look at it very well. This is when I served. I just passed our last 2 months and I've been looking for job back to back. There is nothing to show for it, sir. It is painful. Let Tinubu do the needful. Let him create good platform for good job opportunities so that the criminal acts in this country can reduce.
Even Agbado Jagaban promised us we no see chop again. The one where we dey see now before you go even ripe, sir, you don't dry finish. We don't chop Agbado. The ones where we see, sir, now we say they throw away. The reason why hunger never kill many people now because we don't need gas to warm Gary. To say we need gas to warm Gary, a lot of people go down go. They go down die finish. Cassava Gary, we no see. You know good now, Jagaban. You don't come up for that seat too. You are going no matter what. Jagaban must go.
Has no choice.
Yes.
But those people cannot afford clothes again. Our women cannot get married again because it's only when you are comfortable you can get married to a woman. And I'm telling you, you are doing traditional marriage, white wedding. You buy tomato, you buy rice. So how much is tomato today? How much is rice? So those people you see naked, those people you see barefooted, they are the people that the president have pushed from where they are to the poorest of where they can find themselves. Some of our people, some of the police people you are seeing here, walking around with their guns, they are not here with their mind. They are here because they compelled them to be here. Some of them are going through more hardship than most of us that are here. And they keep telling us, please bro, protest, you are protesting for me. And we continue this protest until the president listens to us.
All right. So Prince Ross is still like, I take your passenger to inside this
I don't see.
How you see this matter to end tomorrow, especially as police don't want them now. Say they get their own special location tomorrow and all that. How you think say this matter will end tomorrow?
See, Precious, all this way they talk. I don't talk and say, I know they join issues with them. I don't even get their power. Because I know, say, out of 100 people where they there, 80% of them, they look who will dash them money.
Wait.
So this government, what this government has succeeded to do is to use institutionalized poverty to ensure that they're holding the people down. And that is the most painful part of it. And this weird, stupid mentality of Nigerian people to accept tokens and sell their votes is something we need to talk about. It's something we need to campaign against. We are calling on government. We are calling on the National Assembly. Let us begin to look at our electoral laws. Let us begin to curb the movement of people from one party to another, maintaining the office they got from the other party. Let us take the bar up for those who want to contest election in Nigeria. We cannot be in a state of moral decadence and we expect something to work in this country. It will not work. Let us have an purely independent INEC that does not dance or pander to the whims and caprices of the executive arm of government. So these are the things that will be put in place to ensure that our democracy survives. Without these things being put in place, I am telling you, go to the moon and come back, the result of every election would have been written even before the election takes place.
All right. Okay. Yes, people are asking if they can call in. Yes, let's see if we can take a few calls briefly. We're looking at wrapping up. Oh, yeah, let's see. People have been trying to reach us. Okay, let's see if we can talk to a few people whilst and take their reactions before. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, Precious.
Sir?
Good evening.
Good evening, welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah. This is Sammy. I'm calling from the United States.
Sammy, Sammy, you're welcome. Go ahead, Sammy.
Thank you. Prince Chilaka, good evening to you, sir.
Prince Chilaka, he's greeting you, sir.
Okay, good evening.
I totally agree with Prince Chilaka,
Okay.
Yes. All these points, analyzing this evening.
Okay. There's a bit of noise where you are. I don't know if you can stay off that noise so that we don't have this structure of this conversation. Go ahead.
Is it better now?
It's fine now. Go ahead, Sam.
Now, I totally agree with Prince Chilaka, because I told you that time that Nigerians are still, healthy. They are still happy getting food to buy, from the stores. That's why they can still go about normal duties. When there's no food to buy, when there's something to eat, that's when the reality will turn on everyone and they'll come on the streets of protest. And for the man that was trying to compare Nigeria and the United States, Brothers, let me declare to you, there's no place for comparison. I want to speak on the ranching part of it now.
Okay.
Here in the United States, if you see how farmers do their farming, the cows don't come out of where they are. You can tell along the stretch of express, they are all in one spot, grazing there. You don't put out on the street to graze, on people's farms and their properties. Then again, if you're saying the dollar is equal to the naira, I don't know how it is analysis. What is it saying? Is it only in Nigeria?
He said
there's no place for comparison.
He said the value of the dollar of the value of the dollar in terms of naira 1,500, and the value of 1,500 is much more better in Nigeria than the value of $1 in the US. Do you understand?
No, you shouldn't say that. We have what we call dollar store, family dollar, store here. Everything you want to buy there is $1. You can buy food to eat, Precious. I could do videos I send to you with prices and things.
Well, he said that people cannot buy food for $1. That $1 cannot give you food in the US. But
that's a lie.
In Nigeria, 1,500 can give you food. So you see?
That is a lie. Maybe, I think I'll better do a video and I say to you so that you see what I'm trying to talk about.
I would love to see so that I can use it I'll send it to him on his social media
Good.
For him to see.
Good.
Thank you.
I promise you will have time to for you. The secondly, this other guy, the daughters are clamoring that they want to come to a room to revenge. I dare them to come. I dare them to come to the room to come and, give a present attack on people so they'll see what they'll get. It's sad, when talk about crises like this. I get angry so much that every day I quarrel with my friends because they don't see reason what's happening to our country. If the country is going, it's disintegrating every day. Not with this that I will have, would say I'm fighting Natasha and Tinubu stealing money from what I got. I mean, it's crazy.
Sad.
It's crazy.
Thank you.
Sad, I just want to put in the words, this evening. Thank you so much for your time, You should fill it up, don't get too angry.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Prince Francis Chilaka, they said you should not get too angry. You should take it easy. Protect your mental health. That's what they're telling you. Did you hear that?
Sorry?
They said you should protect your mental health. You shouldn't get too angry.
I'm trying.
All right, so you're done with that parting shot, are you?
Yeah.
That's all right. Thank you. So I'd like to say a big thank you to you, Prince Francis Chilaka. Thank you so much. As to keep our fingers crossed as to what will happen tomorrow. Interestingly, tomorrow is the D-Day for the protest. I wish I can be there live outside on the street to run live commentary on the protest. God help me to be able to do that. But if I can't, I'll be posting videos back to back. I can get my staff to, go out on the streets to get us some reports. I appreciate you, Prince Francis. I appreciate you guys. I see you again tomorrow evening, God willing, with hopefully one of the organizers of the protest to be with me in the studio tomorrow evening as we break down the conversation. I love you guys. Thank you so much, Prince Francis Chinaka. God bless you so immensely. To Nigerians, please protect your mental health. I love you guys. Please protect your mental health. All right. I'll see you again tomorrow evening. And please take care of yourself. Goodbye.